Eh.
Hello.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wulff Den
Wait.
Live.
Hello.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wulff Den Live, episode 55.
I still wasn't playing audio the time I did that, I think. Woo! Who called the technical difficulties here?
Are we good?
We're good. We're good. We're
All right.
in it. We're
Hello,
good.
everybody. Welcome to Wulff Den Live, episode 55, the speed limit I can't drive. I've been holding that in all day, and your technical difficulties have been preventing me from making that joke right at the start.
Oopsies.
So, thank you for that.
You're Heroes now, right?
Trying to do Sammy Hagar references and...
Hello, Common Boy. Hello, Fred. Hello, Atten. Hello, Gray. Hello, Matt. Hello, Richard. Hello.
Hello, Unsaid Haiku. Hello, Smash Replays. Hello, Dry Bread. Richard Powell. Unsaid Haikus. I probably said your name already.
Matt says, and poor stock still hurting. Guess he means the Nintendo stock. I'm going to check that right now.
All right. Well,
oh, my God. Is that today?
I guess.
Let me see. That's the week. Okay, so...
I don't know how to read stocks. All I know is red is bad.
It is bad.
Okay.
Well, let's say I bought it at 32 points.
Yeah.
Right now it is at 25.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty
It's
bad.
very, very bad. Investors didn't like that everything was already predicted for the Switch.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure their investors are idiots.
Yes.
Hello and welcome to the #1 stock trading live show on YouTube.
Who's that guy on Fox News who yells? Fox Business? He's like the fat guy.
Kramer? Joe Kramer or something?
Is that his name?
There's Neil Cavuto, who's on Fox News, and then
I don't think it's him.
Kramer is on CNN, I think.
No, there's one guy who's like, he's got like a goatee and he's like fat and he's got like overalls and he's just yelling about the Bears. It's just really good stock. You want to go into
Jim
the
Cramer.
oil companies now.
It's Jim Cramer. Yeah,
Okay.
it's Jim Cramer.
What you really want to get into is microtechnologies. Microtechnologies is a cool new thing where you I don't know anything about that. I just wanted to yell in his voice.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to part 2 of Will Builds a Lego Set live on YouTube. Last week, you may have remembered, I built Catwoman on her motorcycle, and this week I'm going to build the second part of that set. That would be the storefront that she robs with Batgirl and Robin from the Lego Batman movie, graciously provided to us by Warner Brothers. So I'm going to build now part 2 for all you people watching on video. For everybody listening to the audio podcast on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play, I'm sorry.
Promise you it looks good. You can also just Google what it looks like.
Yeah.
Because they all look exactly the same. What topics do we have today? Well, let's talk about all of them right at the forefront. I want to talk about the Fire Emblem Direct that just happened. Because some cool stuff dropped, even though I don't care about Fire Emblem.
Right.
I do now. And differences between the Nintendo Switch version of Breath of the Wild and the Wii U version.
Okay, I have a couple of non-Nintendo related things.
Okay.
I have some DC and Marvel are doing new things with their digital comics initiative.
Okay.
And they announced who's going to, not who, but which character will appear in the animated Spider-Man that was in production, being directed by the two guys who did 21 Jump Street. And I have some things that Gabe Newell said during his Reddit AMA. All interesting things.
We'll start with the differences between the Wii U and... No, you know what? Yeah, we'll do that. The differences between the Wii U versions of Zelda and the Switch version.
Good. This gives me time to...
Good. I'm glad. It would, I gotta start reading these articles before we start this thing.
I know. I was plowing through one before.
This is from Games Radar. Why don't they put this in list format? This is annoying.
They never put anything in list for it.
It was bound to happen. We knew there was going to be significant differences between the Breath of the Wild on Switch and Wii U. And now Nintendo has explained exactly what those are in a statement received by IGN. So why am I reading it on Games Radar?
Yes.
The company has outlined the key changes between the two. Be ready to throw a little more fuel on your I need a Switch lot of people are holding out because they're like, I'll just
Yep.
buy it on the Wii U because you know what? It's going to be graphically the same, but there's some little tiny differences you might be pissed about.
Not graphically the same.
Your noise gate is really messing up your audio live right now. Oh, for the tweet MDB. I can fix that. Already?
Batgirl is, of course, played by Rosario Dawson in the Lego Batman movie. And what they did was they made Batgirl and Commissioner Gordon black to accommodate the voice actors, which
Threshold.
she even had.
Wait, is 0 a good thing?
Just like she's supposed to. So that's good.
Silence period 0. Can I just... Oh, silence detection. Off. Just turn off. There we go.
She comes with 2 little batteries.
Now there is no noise gate. Thank
Okay.
you, MDB. Everybody go watch his streams. Now, previously, I used to have my iPad to remote into the computer that's all the way over there, and I realized I could just do it on my computer. I could just do it on my laptop, so I don't need a million devices over here.
Yep.
Back to the story at hand. MDB, tweet at me. Let me know if that was good.
Entire words are being cut now. This is according to
so I made it worse.
this.
No, I turned off silence detection. That shouldn't be the
It's
case.
cutting in and out.
That shouldn't be the case at all.
And people want us to talk about the Injustice 2 story trailer.
Blah, blah, blah. I did see the Injustice 2 trailer.
Yeah. Well, it's playing fine on your computer.
Seems fine now. No,
Yeah.
it just took a second probably to...
Yeah, Common Boy saying it's better.
It's good.
Someone
We're
else
good.
is saying it's worse.
We're good. We're good. We're good now. It's probably taken a while for people because I did make it worse for a split second.
Okay.
All right. I was on, thank you, MDB, My Dry Bread on YouTube if you want to look at his stuff because it's awesome. Back to the games radar about the Wii U, Nintendo, Switch versions of Legend of Zelda and all that. So whether you buy a Switch or Wii U Breath of the Wild is out on March 3rd, and both games run at 30 frames per second. Strange. And don't worry, all game content will be the same, so you won't be missing out on anything in the world if you stick to the console you already own. There's absolutely no difference when it comes to content.
That's good.
Now, let's look at the differences. The Switch version renders at 900p.
Okay.
Wait.
Yeah.
Audio was
What?
completely but fixed by the time you saw a comment. Okay, we're good.
Okay.
Audio's good. The Switch version renders at 900p while the Wii U sticks to 720p, and the Switch version also has higher quality environmental sounds. These will apparently enhance the open air feel of the game and improve the sounds of steps, water, and grass in the open world, which was a very big deal when they previewed this game. They made a very big deal about the steps.
Yes.
That's the end of the differences in game, other than the fact that some icons, such as on-screen buttons, will be different between the two versions. That is probably because of the resolution of the screen.
I think also, too, there's there's that magnet device in the game, and I think it's like shaped like the Wii U tablet.
Right.
And they'll probably like change this and make it shaped like the Switch. There are like certain things that are shaped certain ways because of, the device
there is
you're
this
playing on.
tablet device that you get right in the
Yes.
beginning of the game.
Yeah.
It's not particularly... I did hear about the magnet because you control that with the Wii U gamepad,
Yes.
which you won't be able to... You'll have to use like an actual controller or something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, you can use the motion in the Joy-Cons.
Right. There was something about how the gamepad would be better for that.
Probably, yeah.
But there's a tablet that is... It's an actual tablet in the game with like a screen on it.
Yeah.
And that's presumably supposed to be the Wii U gamepad, and they kind of, with the Switch, you kind of completely negate that.
Yeah.
So they probably made this thing for the Wii U, and then we're like, crap.
No one's buying Wii U's.
Yeah. That's the differences in the game, other than the fact that the icons, blah, blah. Ninties. Don't call it Ninty. Nintendo's also noted that the physical copy on Wii U needs 3 gigabytes of memory available, and that, unlike on Switch, There will be no special edition or master edition available for Wii U. Let's face it, you're buying the Switch version, aren't you?
Yeah.
Says the games right.
So wait, how many gigs is it going to take up on?
3 gigs. That is just the data that needs to be downloaded to the Wii U.
Okay.
I don't think the Switch version needs to download any data because it's flash memory.
Right.
Because the cartridge is flash. Unless you download the whole game.
The whole game is like what, 17
13
gigs?
gigs.
Which is half of the Switch's internal memory.
It is a third?
That's what it is, a third.
I think it's a third, yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm all distraught because I forgot there are stickers for this set, and I left the stickers upstairs.
Oh, God.
So the whole thing is ruined. I'm going to persevere. I don't know how I'm going to do it.
Stay tuned next week for the stickers.
2017 is already worse than 2016, folks. Continue.
So yeah, Breath of the Wild, if you download it to your Switch, which I might. This might be my first all-digital console, but
Really?
I'm going to need to buy a really big
Yeah.
SD card.
Yeah, you will.
And then when I fill up that SD card, I'm going to have to buy another SD card because I don't want to delete anything because I don't want to leave it up to Nintendo to keep everything logged because they're not. I don't trust them.
Here's hoping that
online
it's
stuff.
easy to switch out the SD cards because on the 3DS, the new 3DS XL, don't you have to open the battery?
Yeah, you have to
nonsense?
open the battery compartment. This has an actual dedicated slot for it.
Okay, good.
So
they're
that'll
learning.
Be good.
They're learning.
I also think you could put a ridiculous micro SD card in there, like
You can
256 gigs.
You can put up to 2 terabytes, which don't exist yet.
That is insane.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad they're planning for the future.
Yes, for once.
So you won't have to worry about having any physical memory unless you download the game on your Switch.
Yes.
If you have the cartridge, you probably won't have to. Although Pokemon X had to download stuff to my 3DS.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't a lot. It wasn't big, but it still had to download stuff. So the only differences between the two versions. The Wii U is going to be 720p. The Switch is going to be 900p on the TV. Right. On the actual Switch, it'll only be 720, and you won't notice the difference anyway. And then there's also the environmental sounds, like the steps, water, and grass in the open world. That's really good. So, in all honesty, not really a big deal if you don't want to. If you don't want to fork up the cash to get a Switch. Switch is going to be great. It's not that expensive, but
it might be too expensive for some people. They might
if that's literally the only game you want to play for the next 3 years, then don't get the Switch.
Yeah.
There's people who, buy Nintendo consoles only for Zelda.
Right.
And if you're one of those people, then don't. Just play on the Wii U.
Wii U, yeah.
If you want to play the next Mario that's coming out, maybe think about getting the Switch. Because why not? Why get it later when you can get it now? Because it's going to be the same price. It's not like it's going to drop in price or anything. Then I got to pull a 3DS. Matt says, S word.
Nah.
Up to 2 terabytes. Nice. Richard says, switch out the SD cards, you say. Switch, get it?
Oh, that's where the name comes from.
I can't. My snaps don't sound like a Switch snap.
You don't have official Nintendo fingers.
I don't. MG13. So the resolution is 900p, but how good are the graphics in dock mode? Exactly the same. They're exactly
more or less
the same.
Yeah.
There
are slight I know IGN has, and some other websites have it. They do a side-by-side comparison.
Really?
Of the two consoles. Yeah.
Oh, the two consoles. Well, he's saying in dock mode and on screen.
For the switch between dock mode and screen. Yeah. Okay.
I didn't know there were side-by-sides for Wii U and Switch versions.
Yeah, no, there are.
That's a big.
There is that. There's no full difference between those two consoles, but I don't think it's anything too distracting.
It's probably just the resolution.
Yeah,
and maybe some weird shader things going on.
Yeah.
Like minor lighting. When I did the demo, I did 20 minutes. 10 minutes were on the TV, and then 10 minutes were on the handheld Switch. No noticeable difference at all between the two. Right. They looked exactly the same. So I would not worry about that. And yeah, 900p. Tomas says 900p. Yeah, that's a weird resolution.
But a lot of games actually run in 900p. A lot of Xbox One games in the beginning had to run in 900p because they couldn't handle all the Ps.
It opens them up for just a little bit more processing power.
Yeah.
But yours is refreshing. Mine's refreshing. That's not good.
Nope, that is not good. Yep, suddenly it's buffering.
Oh, we're back. I refreshed. We didn't do it.
Yes. My video was interrupted.
You know,
might be because
these problems are not my fault.
That might be because
the sound was absolutely my fault.
Right. It might just be because the internet in our house is garbage, and I hate it, and I want it to die.
Oh, video was interrupted.
Yep.
Why is that happening?
Yeah, refresh just killed it.
All right, I'm just gonna go over there.
All right. We're back.
We're back.
Yeah.
Let me stay over here for a
All right.
second. Oh, the two consoles. Yeah. Oh, the two consoles. Well, he's saying in dock mode and on screen. Oh, for the switch between dock mode and screen. Okay.
It's like
I
a
didn't know there was side by
big
side
delay.
for Wii U and Switch. Yeah, no, there are.
It's weird.
Lighting.
All right, now it stopped.
Frames are dropping. Yeah. There's not really anything I can do about that.
Yes. What if you lower?
So I think it might be good now.
Okay.
All right. Well, I think we're good.
All right.
Sorry for that.
All right. I think
It says good.
All right. It says good. I got audio here.
We didn't do that.
That was some ghost technical difficulty. Nonsense.
Sometimes YouTube just shits the bed.
Yeah.
So it happens.
In more positive news, I finished.
Oh, I'm glad you
There it
had
is.
something to do that.
I'm
during
really sorry, guys, that I forgot to bring the stickers down. So this is supposed to get a sticker, this is supposed to get a sticker, and this on the side gets a sticker. I'm really sorry I let you guys down. This is the worst thing to happen to the stream today. But yeah, there it is. And here's Catwoman just driving along. Well, nope, she sees Robin in the back row. Drive away.
I'm realizing now we could have done it from a backup server.
Really?
Yeah, which is what I should have done when
Yeah.
I restarted it. But we're here. Oh, it says buffering again. But it says good stream health. I think everything's just delayed. Stream
Yeah.
was interrupted. We're now receiving data from your encoder. No data. Okay. Okay, backup server is.
All right.
Okay, now you're up. It says good and you're using a different server.
Okay.
And it's still dropping frames. I think. We're at the lowest bitrate possible.
Okay.
I think.
No.
Bitrate went back up. Yeah, your face is streaming right now.
Okay.
But it's dropping frames. So
Well,
that's usually not a good sign.
no, it's not.